Shaun setting fuel, Ameer checking tires. I'm just here trying to tame the fire. Not real cars, tell that to my hands. Shaking like I'm on the grid at Le Mans. Breathe in, one blink, countdown's on. Been training all week, now the doubt is gone. Shaun's on stints, 1 and 3's ice cold mine. Ameer's taking night shift, third eye blind. I'm just watching the split, my heart in the loop. This ain't just pixels, this my truth. Pits map tight, strat set clean, but you can't script chaos in a 24 dream.
No break to the soul, no pause when it hurts. You either die at the wheel or you live in the dirt. Don't close your eyes, the storm has begun. Hold on tight, here comes the ride.
This is the moment, this is the fight. One shot, one chance, one endless night. Shaun on the left, and Ameer on the line. We bleed through the ring just to cross that sign. No fear, no breaks, no giving in. We were born to burn, we were built to win.
So light it up and trust the climb. We're chasing glory, one lap at a time.
Green flag drops, we launch like rage. Lunging in tight on turn 3 stage. Traffic in chaos, brake light rain. Half a second wide and you kiss the pain. But Shaun's like steel cold calculated. Slips through gaps like time's been faded. Ameer calls fuel, voice clear in the dark while I'm battling thoughts in a high-speed pole. My wrist cramps, I clench, shoulders gone stiff, but I ain't quitting now, nah, I live for this shift. This is the pressure, this is the grind. One shot, one road, one chance. Yo, this wheel's my weapon, this chair's my stage. Shaun's at the wheel and Ameer's uncaged. We don't sleep, we reload, refocus. Every lap's truth, every corner's opus. Pit crew blood, adrenaline drip. Reset my soul with every grip. Don't need fame, don't want fake cheers. I race through fire, I face my fears.
Don't you break when the silence grows. Don't you blink when the red light goes. You better lose yourself in the light of the zone. One chance to rise, one line to own. The ring, the rush, the world you know. You only get one shot, so bring it home, bring it home.
Can't pause this pain, can't mute my name. I don't play for fun, I race through flame. Disconnected, now I'm mind dialed in. While they scroll feeds, I go for the win. This ain't fake, this ain't pretend. It's me plus my brothers, lap to the end. Got fuel in my blood, I burn through doubt. And if I crash, I'm crawling out.
Don't let go, let the engine cry. Even ghosts can learn to fly. You better lose yourself in the moment alone. Every lap you run carves you in stone. One crew, one fight, one path unknown. You only get one shot.
Good morning, happy Friday, everybody. How are you this new year? It is a new year. I know we did a kickoff last week. Ameer was in the chat, but not here. So welcome to the show for the first time in 2026.
Yay!
Ameer Assad. How are you, buddy?
I am good, man. Oh, 2026. I can't believe it, man. It's gone. The last year went by so freaking quick. I mean, between sim racing, live events, like, man, I don't think we really had time to catch our breaths until like, middle of December. And then, and then this year started full steam ahead. Like, you notice my room is a little bit different. Background's a little different. Just I'm not fully done yet, but I've been rearranging my sim room to one. I've switched sim rigs for the main rig. Now I'm gone to like a custom profile rig where like I did custom measurements and everything. Bought the profile and then just so I can start working on the For Never rig again. For Never, yeah, the For Never rig. So now I've got it all good up. I just need to fire it up, start testing, making sure everything works. I've got a secret product on it right now that I think you're probably going to do an unboxing for next week. We've been teasing it for a couple of weeks. And then, yeah, man, I've spent the whole week just rearranging the room, building the rig for the yeah. And I still got to finish the test rig. Yeah, and that's just going to finish the rest of the room because it looks kind of bare now. But I've got so much more room for activities now.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm like, yeah, like, oh man, look, I got all this space over here.
Well,
man, it's great.
Now is probably a good time for me to do this. And of course, I want to do this publicly just to make sure we're all in agreement. Am I allowed to get into my two boxes yet?
Once we're done with the PXN video.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think why do I feel like I'm still not free?
We're almost done with it. We just got to do one more segment.
I have a For Never rig too because I race For Never. Well, right. The concept of the For Never rig is that you're never done. Like, even if you think, no matter how much you think, oh, this is it. I got my new bass. I got my pedals dialed. And you're like, this is it. And then, 6 months goes by, a new flashy toy comes out, and we find ourselves in need or want, or you watch a video of something somebody else did, and you're like, oh, I gotta add a wind sim to mine. What am I thinking? So, yeah, the For Never rig is I think we all live in the For Never rig zone. While Ameer's away real quick, I see that Tim said that the older he gets, the faster the years go by. But here's the thing that I'm going to say as it is here in 2026. I am a little let down.
Why?
What I know.
Why?
I know. Why? What? Let me rephrase that. I am a lot let down.
Okay.
As a child, as a young adult, as a middle-aged adult, I was sold on a future that was going to be so much different than this in 2026. Where is my flying stuff? Our auto taxi shut down because there's a blackout. Like, where is this futuristic world? Like, movies that represented the future used like 2020 as this like distant time, right? And I'm like, other than the cell phone and the computer, is it really that much different than 1984? I mean,
I know, dude. I'm still waiting on my Rosie.
Yeah. So,
if I had my Rosie, I wouldn't have wasted a whole week reading. She could have just done it for me.
VIR dog. Kate
Yeah.
Paso. Thank you. I'm gonna have a refreshment, and then I'm gonna give you. I gotta get my assets in order. Maybe this is better than the Borat. I don't know.
Right?
Very nice.
Very nice.
So, we're here to talk sim racing, right? Last week there was like nothing to talk about because the holidays, right? The holidays take up a lot of people are on vacation. And now we are 1 week into the new year, the 9th, and still not a lot of news. There really isn't. A lot of companies, you can tell just by looking at their social media sites, there's a big gap from about December 22nd, 23rd that's still quite open, honestly, for a lot of cases. So not a whole lot to talk about, which is fine, because as Ameer said, he's mid-project. As you heard about me, I am still on restriction. And instead of finishing the PXN review, which could easily have been done, I've been, like, shock and awe with the Moza. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest story in news, sim news this week, is Moza. So I had 2 reviews. The Mission R.
Well, before we get into Simpit news, we forgot something.
What?
We forgot to say our hellos to everybody.
Oh, gosh. Wait. Where's my brain? Do I have to do push-ups for that, or I don't know.
It's the beginning of the year. Our brains are still scattered. No, we don't need push-ups, but we just need to say hi to everybody.
Well, why don't you get us going?
Okay. Let me go up through the list. We've got Callum, PS4 Deadman. Hello, buddy. Wout Van Morik. Woo woo.
Woo woo. Wow.
Hello, buddy. We got Tim Spatial Dragon. Hello. Who else we got? We got Star Fox. Did Ameer's side hustle as a hair model let him out early enough to avoid traffic this week? Oh man, last week. Oh my God, last week. So last week we got hit with a snowstorm. Well, I don't know if I want to say a snowstorm. We got quite a bit of snow, and it was the first real snowfall of the season for us here. And I got within maybe I was within 15 minutes of being home. And then just all of a sudden, just traffic is stopped. Like dead still, not moving, nothing. So I'm like wondering what's going on. And I call up Shaun real quick, like, bro, I'm probably not going to make it. Like this traffic is at a standstill. Nothing is moving. Yeah. So, and I got there probably around 3:30, around 3:30-ish, 3:30, 4 o'clock. So come to find out that they completely shut the Autobahn down because an 18-wheeler slid on the ice, flipped over. It was a fuel truck and it spilt the fuel all over the entire Autobahn. And so they had to shut it down to do the cleanup and all that sort of stuff. So it was closed from 1:30 in the afternoon till 7:30 at night. So I didn't get home until like maybe 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock-ish. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was no, I barely just passed the off ramp to use the back roads to come on. So I couldn't, can't back up, can't do anything. So I'm just stuck there. Yep, just bidding my time, waiting. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Anyways, back on to saying the highs and hellos. We got David Payne. Hello, David Payne. Jesse Fox. And we've got Christian Clark. Hi, Christian Engineera. How you doing? Yeah. Good morning to everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are.
Yeah. So, that's crazy. I remember being, traffic. Back in the day, my normal commute on the way to work was like 45 minutes. My normal commute on the way home was usually like an hour 15 even. And I just I remember how horrible it'd be because it's like, you want to think your commute even with traffic, right? And it's like, so even if I go to the 115, but it's like, then there are those days and it happens and it's just like, what a nightmare. I don't.
Yeah, dude. Like I even left work early because usually it takes me about 15 minutes from home to work. I even left work early, like, oh, it's starting to snow. I'm getting out of here before traffic gets crazy. But I got halfway through. We were probably going 30 kilometers at some points because the snow was that bad.
Yeah.
And then, there's always that one person that doesn't know how to drive on the snow, but they have to get on the highway or the Autobahn because, it's a life or death situation, but then they go 30 kilometers. So, and you can't go and pass them on the left because it's too slippery. So you're just stuck behind this dude until they get off on their off ramp and you can continue going back at a normal pace, like we're around 60, 70 kilometers. Yeah. Yeah. Like at that point, I wish I had like one of those big plows in the front of my car so I can just push them to the side and like, dude, get off the Autobahn, man. If you're driving 30, you should not be driving at all.
David, I have the same commute. It is rough sometimes. The delays are different. Let's just put it that way. The delays are different. So, yeah. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. If we didn't say hello, it's because we didn't see you in chat. Be sure to say hello so we know you're out there. And Happy New Year to everybody. I know it's getting a little long. I think that today is the day. Today. So Friday, the second Friday, I guess, of the new year. Today is when I will never... Well, for a year, I'm not going to mention holidays or New Year's again. It's over. Today is like, if you haven't put your Christmas decorations away, phooey on you. You should have done it a week ago. All right, if you left some lights up, like they weren't on the tree, but you had other lights, I endorse lighting year round. By the way, I like that. Yeah. I think that's something that I think that's something that we're going to see in the next decade is like different types of exterior lighting that people are going to do on their homes, like trim lights and like LED.
I was going to say, so instead of having, let's say, right, instead of having RGBs against the walls in your house, you're going to have them on the outside now.
Yeah,
is that the new fad?
Yeah, and more rooms like designed around having that type of lighting with like, you know, what do they call it, a faucet or something? Not like a sink faucet. Isn't that a soffit? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
In the ceiling. You know, and I think you're gonna see that like become like the new rage is how you can like make like look at your room behind. Look at both of our rooms right now. You know, both of our rooms are lit up in color, not in white. You know,
right.
I think we're gonna see that on the inside and outside. I think you're gonna see people start doing like really cool lighting to make the pathways. Like if you have like a brick path up to your front door. You know, that's what I think. I mean, if I had money to invest into like a new company using existing stuff, it seems logical because look at how many cars are starting to do like adjustable LED lighting on the interior of the car. And then you're looking at the aftermarket world and you're seeing it as exterior of the car, under lighting. And like I live in a weird car town, so it's like I see a lot of underlit trucks.
Dude, that's so like 2001 Fast and Furious, like that time's over.
Yeah, well,
like I mean that's tacky. That's a little tacky nowadays on cars.
It's actually it's a particular group. It's trucks.
Okay.
You know, because we have a lot of guys driving around in like full lifted trucks, like low profile tires. Which forgive me if you're one of those, but like I'm a 4x truck guy, right? I like lifted trucks. But you're supposed to put balloon tires on a truck, some mutters, you know, not like... So that's when I go to SEMA. That's like I stopped going to SEMA when 9 out of 10 trucks would be lifted with like rubber band tires on 26-inch chromed out wheels. And it's like...
You've got 1 inch sidewalls.
Yeah. You have a company there that lights up houses around and eaves with LED lights. Yeah, I think we're gonna go over the top with it. Like, we're not gonna redo like our homes are our homes, right? You don't just the common person isn't just tearing their home to build a new home. So the only way we can do it is by resurfacing it, right? And I think the siding era happened for that reason when people are like everyone was putting siding or, you know, faux brick on the exterior of their homes, and it was just to make the same square shape look and feel different. I think we're going to see a techie version of that emerge in the new decade. Yeah. So, we'll see.
I mean, we're already kind of seeing it nowadays. Like I see it more and more people nowadays are using either like, you know, either the Philips Hue or the Jovi or Govee, whatever you call them, lightings, like because they make outdoor lights where, you know, they're LEDs and you can make them change colors. Like I'm starting to see them around nowadays. Like usually it's, you know, it's like your porch light or like the walkway to your house or even in your backyard lighting. Yeah. I mean, we're already starting to see it.
I think it'd be cool, Dave. I think it'd be like going to Disneyland, man. like, hey, that's cool. And then like, you know, you could change your theme periodically or seasonally or I don't know.
Having Tron themed houses.
Hell yeah. Then you're going to get some, you know, so like you said, these companies are already making some stuff. I think the other thing is that people are already getting accustomed to tech on the outside of their home because of like Ring cameras and other things. So it's like, I don't know. And here's the other key to it all. And I think this is something I'm shocked hasn't come further along. Great topic for New Year, by the way. Again, last day we'll talk about New Year shit. Oh, I gotta drop and give us 10.
Dang it!
I'll keep talking while I do it. So the tech is on the outside. The integration systems, whether it's the Alexa or the other in-home, it's like the Philips. It's like that's where we're lacking. We need a better integration system that really ties our whole home together. And when I was saying earlier how I'm let down by where we are, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Wow, I don't even have some interactive pad on my door when I walk in to turn on the lights. And it's like, yeah, I know I can kind of do that, but barely. All right, 10.
Right.
1, 2, 3,
Well,
4.
I don't know if you've seen them. There's who's the brand that does that? I think it's Sonos, where they do where if you put speakers all over your house and you know on your phone, like it tracks where your phone is in your house. So when you're in the living room, it will play music, and then if you walk out, it will stop. It'll start playing it in the hallway or the closest room. So like the music follows you wherever you go around the house.
I love that. Why do I have my mic boomed down when he's running a fixed mic? You mean, why is this right here? Oh! Only Ameer can hear this mic. See, Ameer can't hear... Ameer doesn't know that I'm talking about his hair. And like you guys, I've seen it in person. It doesn't look nearly...
I know Star Fox. He can do push-ups while talking, but he can't.
It's like on camera, it's all beautiful, but in person, you're like, "What? Really? That's it?" See, you couldn't hear me, right?
Nope.
All right, cool.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard you talking, but I couldn't hear what you said because I was talking.
Oh, okay. Loud. You don't want to hear what I said then.
Oh.
You don't want to hear what I said.
You don't want to hear what I said either. All right. Let's see here. Should we move on to Sim?
Let's Simpit news.
All right, Simpit news. My news, Simpit news is Moza. Moza came out with 3 different wheels. They have the Mission R, $1,299 Mission R concept vehicle. I mean, I guess they've made one, right? I mean, or a few of them.
It's a legit car, yeah.
But it's not like a Porsche you can buy, right? You can't buy the Mission R. Right.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting wheel, man. I've been following it. I've been looking at it. It's not the prettiest wheel, but it's pretty interesting with how the screen is built into the wheel. It feels seamless. Like it looks like a seamless thing. Yeah.
Well, it's like curved
way
glass.
Better than the Lamborghini wheel to me.
Well, you know, the curved glass, it's like so I think there are different types of people in this world, right? I'm a real texture and surface kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Like to me, like I put my hands on things and like the way things are made is really like I'm captivated by this, right? And it can be something like a cell phone, like and it's like, oh wow, look at how nice they did the bezel, and I can't even feel it or whatever. And that's the thing. A piece of curved glass to me is just so elegant and beautiful. And at the same time, expensive and unnecessary. Hey, random call sign, how you doing? Good morning.
What's up, Ricardo?
Good evening.
Yeah, like I saw somebody make a comment about that in the YouTube video, talking about like, well, I could just do that with a cell phone. I'm like, sure, cool, do it with the cell phone. I mean,
indispensable
talking about how because it's an expensive wheel and everything. Yeah, but so I mean, to me, that means that wheel's not for you. Like this is a wheel for people that have a lot of money that just, and then to me, it's a cool looking wheel. Like everything's completely almost integrated. There's a couple, buttons and dials, but I mean, it's still like, yeah, you could use a cell phone to do your display and stuff, but it's still not going to look as good as this wheel does. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, and I don't know if you all have seen the review yet, but I am, just like, this is a fine conversation. Like, display on the wheel. I still go back and forth on whether I like or want a display or need a display on my wheel. And here's the reality that I've really come down to. I use my on-screen information. I my F3 screen for relative. My all my changes to my pit stuff is done on my menus anyway. I have my wheel mapped to function that way. So the display is usually redundant. but I also
Yeah.
like the ability to like maybe put something really specific. So the best use
Hmm.
of a display for me might be nothing more than it just putting last lap time. You know, just something super
Right.
duper basic that I can actually see peripherally almost, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know if I really need a dash. And the reason I'm going on the whole rant about this is, well,
Hmm.
this dash is so large. I mean, it
Yeah.
is 5 inches. It is 2 inches bigger than any other dash I can think of. Um,
Right.
and you can read everything on it. So
Yeah.
and then the other is, and this is something, and Andres, Andres, sometimes it's just about having cool stuff too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes beyond lap time. Sometimes it just, man, I love my rig and I want it to look super cool. And even if I don't even look at that dash myself, but the fact that my wife or my kids or my friends who come over are just looking at it from the side going, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't downplay the importance of that role in sim racing for us.
Hmm.
And so that's one of these wheels. It's like I said at the end, this wheel is really for Porsche aficionados, right?
Hmm.
High tech enthusiasts, you know, and just people who are into like really really nice gadgetry. And really that's it. It's a great wheel and it's super practical. At first I was like, wow, where are the buttons? Like I didn't see
Right.
buttons when I first looked at it, and I'm like, oh, this thing's not going to be that useful. But then it
Hmm.
turns out it had like exactly what I needed and did it kind of well. It just hides it so well. So it was an impressive wheel, but certainly not for everybody.
Yeah.
$1,299 you can certainly get, other than a giant curved display, you can get everything that thing has for much less. I
Yeah.
mean, for example, and sorry, Amir, I'm just kind of rambling.
No, you're good. You're good.
And by almost polar opposite to an extent. Actually, I have a
Hmm.
better example of polar opposite, but the other wheel that just released by Moza is the CS Pro, which just my review came out. Oh, I've lost all track of time. The day before yesterday, or was that yesterday? I don't remember.
Yesterday.
Okay. I don't know what day it is. It's amazing I'm here for the show. Um, looks like, excuse me, excuse me. Wow.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it does random. Yeah, and this is why I kind of like it. It looks so futuristic, kind of
Yeah.
in a way, where it looks cool. Like would I spend that much money on it? Me, probably not. But it looks really cool. Display is nice and big. Everything's readable. Compared to like how some of these wheels come with those tiny little displays where it's hard to read and it's kind of makes the display pointless in a way.
Well, and not to take away from the
Yeah.
CS Pro wheel, which we're looking at here, the other review,
Right.
right? But that little display, 3 inch, which is pretty normal, right?
Mhm.
2.99. Someone's gonna get mad that I said
Right.
3 inches, but 2.99. Um, what can you read on that? I mean, I can read my gear indicator, but if I want to
Mhm.
look down and read the tire temps, let's be honest, with my 57-year-old eyes, I'm gonna have to do this,
Right.
right? And then it's like, but meanwhile, if I just click 2 button clicks here, I'm on my tire temps on my F3 screen. I call it my F3 screen because
Right.
it's the one that's up 99% of the time,
Mhm.
relative. But yeah, so that's where like the little displays, and I'm like, do you really need it? But again, it's really
Yeah.
cool. It looks super cool, right? Maybe it's not
Mhm.
just because I use it, but because it's cool. I
Yeah.
don't know. Is that fair? You guys
No,
feel that
I
way?
think that's fair. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, and that's the
Um,
thing. Like, that's the thing I kind of look at too. And this is just generally just. I mean, this is like in the whole tech world. In general, like generally, like when you see like something that's brand new that's never been done before, like when it first comes out, it's gonna be very expensive, right? And that there, it's only really for people that are, like I said, the techies, the early adopters that are just gonna buy stuff no matter what. But
mhm,
guess what? What happens, later on down the road, that tech or those kind of styles and things end up making it down into the lower model ranges.
mhm.
So eventually, let's say maybe 5 years from now, that Porsche wheel, that kind of curved style stuff, you might see it in a $300, $400 wheel rim. And like, and now you know, you can get something like that at a much cheaper value later on down the road.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I always like to use the parallel analogies of other hobby type interests.
Hmm.
You know, when I used to race cyclocross, for example,
Hmm.
you know, I had a tried and true bike. You know, I didn't make a lot of changes to my equipment because I wanted a certain amount of consistent reliability and whatever. And then there are a lot of other people who just were like into the latest tech, and every week they'd have a different
Yeah.
handlebar on their bike, or you know, the latest, you know, lightweight derailleur or whatever.
Hmm.
And all the power to them. I'm not saying anything about that. It's not a judgment here. It's just that
Yeah.
and here's the other thing. That difference in personality and approach has nothing to do with talent. Right?
Yeah.
And because you like the latest gear doesn't mean that you don't have talent. You just can't make that blanket
Right.
statement. And then on the flip side, just because you refuse to make upgrades or of any kind doesn't mean that you have or don't have talent. It is
Yep.
a different part of sim racing.
Yep.
You know, that is the aesthetic part of it.
Yeah.
And in cycling, I always saw the same thing. In golf, you know, if you golf regularly, if you golf with certain people, like friends of yours, you'll have one guy. Can you like be cool? Can we
Right.
just be cool, buddy? That would show up with every week. He'd have a new putter, right?
Right.
Oh, I got the latest blah blah blah, and it's like, cool. I have mine that I've used 1,000 rounds, and it works great, and I know
Right.
it. You know, I know how to line up on it. It's just, and hey, maybe that guy's a great putter. He just happens to like
Yeah.
new equipment all the time. So,
Well,
I think that's the most fair. Wow, my dog is just losing his mind.
Well, I mean, I look at it as in, I mean, I look at it as in like, I mean, let's look 15 years ago in the sim racing world. Everybody was on, for the most part, you know, the cheap Logitech Thrustmaster. And I'm not trying to take away from how good they were. They were great, great wheelbases for, you know, for their time and everything like that. And if you looked at trying to get a DD, I mean, what, you're going to be spending, what, 5, 6 grand on a DD setup, right? And, you know, and just you had those early adopters that pushed the technology. You know, those other companies started taking the interest in developing wheelbases, you know, at a much cheaper, you know, much cheaper cost. And now what is it? You can get a DD wheelbase for what, $300, you know,
Yeah.
even cheaper than that.
cheaper than that. You
So I
can
mean,
get a
if
whole
it
kit for $300,
right, you know, so if we didn't have people that were wanting new tech or what, you know, or companies that were trying to advance technology, I mean, we'd still be using Thrustmaster and Logitech, you know, gear-driven or belt-driven wheels to this day because, you know, you're talking about, you know, if people didn't want to adopt new technologies into the gaming that we do nowadays.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
David, don't yuck other people's yum. I like want to put that on a T-shirt.
Right.
That is so true. I mean, that is, you know, sometimes we use the civil way of saying, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, hey,
Mhm.
to each his own, right?
Yeah.
But I like that because it's not just that it's not just different strokes for different folks, but it's more important to remember that, man, don't yuck on other people's yum. Just
Yeah.
because that dude loves that, don't let him love that. Let him be cool with his thing. Ameer telling us pores to wait for the Alibaba version to drop. Oh!
That's exactly what I'm saying, Starfall. No, yeah, no, I just mean as I mean, new stuff. I mean, eventually it's going to make it into, you know, eventually it's going to become cheaper for, you know, for people to use. Like, you know, do people need to go out and buy like the VPG Porsche wheel, you know, that's worth what, $1,500 because it's made out of full carbon fiber? No, you buy that for aesthetics. You buy that because you're a Porsche fan or you're a VPG fan. But eventually, I mean, we're seeing the future is like you're probably going to see a cheap, you know, carbon fiber rims for a lot cheaper just because there's one company that decided to take the gamble on this tech and now everybody else is starting to adopt into it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's something that we always have to keep in perspective. And you
Yeah.
know, and the thing is, a lot of times these super duper high end things are really just made to be like only for the, you know, I think Moza knew when they made that wheel, right? That like, hey, this is obviously not for the general sim racing market, and it's not trying to take away from the quality. So here, I want to move on to the third one. I will have a review. Oh gosh, tomorrow. I always say that, and then I come up 24 hours late. I'll have a review out by Sunday. On the third wheel.
That's Sunday?
Yeah,
All right,
Sunday.
I'm gonna make a note. If you don't have it out Sunday, I'm gonna.
Well, I told you Saturday earlier, so I already gave myself 24 hours.
Actually,
Actually, I gave myself 36 hours because I didn't even clearly state evening. Wait, where's my image? Oh, I know where it is. Here, I need to send an image to talk about the third item. Sorry, everybody. Forgive me. KS Pro. I'm just sending it to Ameer because then I can pull it up here. So the third wheel, and there's a reason I'm bringing this up right now under this conversation. Let's see, where's the link? Copy link. There's what I want. Okay, let's go over here. Sorry, everyone. Paste and go. Here we go. Okay, so the third wheel, the review I'll have out on Sunday is for the KS Pro. And for this one, I did a little side-by-side split image of the KS versus the KS Pro. And the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because this morning, Andres actually broke his second Moza ES rim. I don't know if he broke it this morning, but he was talking about it this morning. He broke his second ES rim, which is the low line of the round rim from Moza. And I've heard of a few people who have broken it in the exact same spot. And it's not that it's common, but that it does happen. And I think it comes down to, maybe frequency of use and maybe what base you're using it on. And so the question he asked me this morning was, hey, the new CS Pro, the Round Pro, CS Pro, or the CS V2 as a replacement, which one am I better off with? And if it was retail, like launch price to launch price, I'd be like, oh, just spring for the extra money and get the CS Pro. But Moza has reduced the price on the KS and the CS wheel rims by $50 basically. So all of a sudden it's like $100 and something, $120 less.
right.
To get, it's $100 on the KS. I think it's $120 less on the CS to get the previous version, which the differences are almost identical between the round and the Formula rim, funny enough. But so you can see there's a huge difference, though. You're talking about the original, they're all carbon reinforced. That's actually a great word. Reinforced in this case.
It's a farce.
Carbon fiber reinforced plastic. But yeah, the original like normal carbon fiber look versus the forged.
Pending trademark.
Yeah, I love it. And just a bunch of little upgrades and improvements. So what was 2 thumb dials became 4 thumb dials. What was 3 rotaries became 5 rotaries. The grips went from being these weird sort of ended grip to this rounded, nice, grip.
That's one thing that bugged me about that wheel. I'll admit to that curve. That I'm glad they changed that because that's one thing that bugged me about my rim.
It also had that edgy shape to the grip, and they massaged it and made it smoother and just a little bit more comfortable. And then the dash. So a lot of upgrades. So retail to retail, it's a no-brainer. Or launch price to launch price. But at a discounted price of $50, if you don't need the display, it's kind of a no-brainer to go with the old model because the upgrades, for the most part, it's like, well, I don't know if I need 5 encoders instead of 3 or 4 thumb dials instead of 2. I don't know if I need a display. I'll save the money and buy another rim. Anyway, this shot really shows the difference between the two. My dog. Oh, you guys, my dog. I don't know what to do about my dog. So, Moza's showing all this off. So the reason 3-at-1 launch was because CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in the United States, is going on. It's one of the biggest trade shows of any genre. It doesn't matter if we're talking cars, racing, planes, trains, automobiles, doesn't matter. CES is one of the biggest trade shows in the United States, or it used to be. I don't know how big it is now, but I think it's still huge. But yeah, they are showing their new products, the Mission R, the CS Pro, and the KS Pro wheel rims,
Hmm.
and I thoroughly enjoyed all three. I honestly, I had a hard time. With the Porsche one, I had an easy time coming up with some cons because it's so unique and bizarre and expensive. Right? Cons.
Hmm.
I call them cons here. I call them not so good to be a little more correct, but
Right.
or gentle. Excuse me. Um, but for the CS Pro, like I really didn't have anything negative to say about it because even at the display, like some want it's tomato if you want it or not, right? But like
Right.
the price was very reasonable for the amount of features it had, and it's like, well, what can I complain about here? It's
Hmm.
$329. Did you expect real leather? And did you want
Right.
real leather? Um,
I wouldn't want we were leather. No.
no. I mean, the synthetic leather they're using is pretty darn good nowadays, and it
Hmm.
lasts forever. Buddy, I took you out right before. That's the deal. Yeah. If you're lonely, come in here. He won't come in this room. Is the other problem. He's normally
No.
he used to just come over and get it. See, yeah,
Yeah.
he's lighting is now really messing with him. So it's like, and I
Oh.
can't tell. It's not just whether it's bright. They're just he gets creepy and spooked about things.
Mm.
All right. I got to get the show rolling. I'm sorry, everybody. I am. Amir, you're allowed to just like rein me in, and I'm just like,
No, I'm cool with this conversation because no, I mean it's relevant stuff. You're not. It's not like you're going around talking about non-sim racing stuff. Like it's this kind of conversations we have with people, man. That's the whole allure of the show. Is
well,
not just talk about news, but talk about opinions and how we feel and all that.
I think it also expands on that whole concept and conversation that we had
Yeah.
like with Andrus. Like it's sim racing at this point more than ever. It
Hmm.
is not a have and have not discussion.
Right.
Because you can have at such a reasonable level nowadays that you have
Hmm.
everything you need to win any competition on sim racing
Yep.
earth, right? And so the have versus have nots, cool. I'm the have not, and I'm rocking an R3, with a basic ES rim that I haven't broken, right?
Yeah.
And I've got a minimum level load cell pedal set that cost me 200
Hmm.
bucks, and I've got it on a Alibaba rig, and you know what? That is as good a equipment as anybody needs on
Yeah.
planet Earth, and anything more bang for buck is I don't want to use the word obscenity because I'm not trying to offend the haves.
Right.
Well, hey, you know what? Sim racing is my number one hobby, my life, whatever. I'm going to put some
Hmm.
discretionary income into whatever that is. So,
Yeah.
like, my car used to suck a lot of money out of my wallet or paycheck every week. I know
Hmm.
yours is. So just to think of it in those terms, it leaves a never ending ceiling for some in terms
Yeah.
of what they could do. I mean, I think some people, if they had the space, they'd, hey, can I put a Cruden in my house?
Right.
I mean, I've seen such things.
Right.
So
And dude, to be honest, and that's to me that is the beauty of sim racing. Like, I mean, in reality, nowadays with the gear that we have, it really doesn't matter what gear you have. You could still win races if you have the talent. I mean, and that was still even the case, years ago with people winning on Logitech G29s, versus people that are running full DD setups with hydraulic pedals and all that. Like in the end, your talent's going to dictate whether you win races or not. Now, like, so there's the nice things that people can buy, people that have the throwaway money, where they can buy those super nice things, but it's not going to make them any better. It's not going to make them any faster than the person still on a Thrustmaster T300, DFGT, or the Fanatec CSW 2.5. Like, you're not going to be faster, but it's just, hey, I'm just trying to make. I want, that person's probably what the money's like. I just want to have something nice to, or super elegant or super fancy to drive in versus, oh, I got this gear because it's going to make me go fast. If those people think they're going to go fast because of having, a $2,000 rim, They got other issues they need to deal with.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You cannot buy your way to speed. That's in real life you can. In sim life you cannot.
No.
That is when you think of which form is creating the better drivers, or why sim racing might be a better platform for educating certain aspects of racing. That is one of the big differences. You can't just buy your way to the front of the line at all. And less now than ever before, because again, that PXN combo, $300. I throw out the pedals, I buy another set used, $200, or a new set of cheap load cell, has me at $500, and I put it on an Alibaba rig that I pick up for $150. I'm $650 in, and I have a sitting in a rig setup that, again, you can't complain about that as your reason for not winning races at all. All right, on with the news, and as you guys have probably heard, I probably need to go attend to my dog before he ruins my house somehow. So I'm going to kind of pick up the pace here and try to stay on track. No more derailing. All right. iRacing, the Roar before the 24. So if anytime the Roar comes up and you haven't turned laps yet for the big one, you're probably running behind schedule. I've got a few laps under my belt, so I'm feeling a little short on time, but not completely out of it. But the Roar before the 24, January 9th through 10th. And you're going to see LMP3 GT4 touring cars and solo events as sort of the real kickoff of the special events calendar for iRacing for 2026, which is crazy. 2026 is crazy, not the Roar.
Oh, I know, right? Man, crap, Daytona's right around the corner. Yeah, I haven't turned a single lap yet. Yeah, I got to this weekend.
I'm ahead of you. I poorly turned some laps. Poorly. Ooh, are those our cars?
Yeah. If you want to show off the cars that we're going to be running for the 24 Hours of Daytona. Yeah.
This is the car that me and Ameer and are Chris and Tony running with us, or are they running solo?
I think Chris is going to run with us. I think there was going to be one more person.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be in the Porsche GT3, and then Sam, Noah, Johnny, and Mike Pepper, I believe, are going to be in the Porsche GTP. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Nice.
Yeah.
Paint jobs.
Thanks.
Look at that. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ooh, look at that sponsor there. Look at that sponsor there.
Yeah.
Things are getting good. All right.
Oh, yeah, man.
So that's coming up, and what'd Sam say? Practice this weekend. Yeah, I'm down for some practice this weekend for sure. I got time. I got work that I'm doing, but I've given myself enough time. Le Mans Ultimate had a morning hot fix that came out today, version 1.2.12, and they have some patch notes, but you can read it yourself. Sorry, but I'm just... this, I think, got missed. We're off the air, and then I don't know if I mentioned this, but Rita Studios did a post to kind of finish off the year, and I thought this is something that I don't think gets enough attention in sim racing. I don't think for myself included, but, you only have so much time in a day. The end of 2025 marks the conclusion of an incredible 2-year run for Automobilista 2 from January 2024 to December 2025. They delivered 43 new cars, 14 new classes, 10 new tracks, along with many updates, existing content, and a wide-ranging catalog of core gameplay and simulation improvements. Anyway, yeah, Automobilista is really the quiet sim killer out there. They're the silent assassin of sim racing. And one of those sims, especially if you're like a solo player, the solo game. But it's like, gosh, you can get it in all of its content and have a really good time and anyway, yeah. So congratulations to Automobilista. I just saw that post. I was like, I don't think I mentioned that at any point, and congratulations to them. Hey, Marius, better late than never. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sam. I don't think we said good morning to Sam, but there he is. The leader of the Simpit endurance teams. Thank you. Here, I'm gonna give Sam one of those. Thank you, Sam. You get a Borat. Very nice. Very nice.
Wowie, wowie.
EA Sports talking about F1 2026 now, right? Or at least it will. They're kicking off 2026 with the F1 25 Season 5 update featuring a pair of scenario races and refresh podium pass. Jump in today, unlock some more rewards. Anyway,
I wonder if one of the contests is, you cannot win a race with Lewis Hamilton.
It just can't be done.
I went there.
No matter how you can sit on the pole, it doesn't matter. You can't sit on the pole either.
Right.
Anyway,
that's the challenge.
Right.
You cannot win a race with.
Gran Turismo Spec III. I am gonna haul ass now. Dog's now crying, not just barking and crying. Ferrari's GT3 Spec 3 update. Ferrari 296. You've got the Gran Turismo F3500, which I think is like a super formula, isn't it?
It's a formula car. Yeah.
The is that a Maserati? Yeah, it's a Maserati. A little Maserati pack. Fiat Panda. And some new scapes. And yeah, Gran Turismo still. Comparing Gran Turismo to Forza right now isn't even fair. Gran Turismo's continued development at a scale that acts like that game came out yesterday. That's the thing about it. Their frequency of posts, updates, interaction with their community, you would think that Gran Turismo 7 came out just a few months ago. And you compare that to Forza, and, hey, Forza, I rooted for you for many, many years, to be honest with you. And I know those guys who were in charge, and I don't know if they're even the ones in charge anymore. But, wow, they just don't care. I'm calling them out. There's, no life and activity.
Oh, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Because they stopped development on Forza Motorsport. I think they ended development and updates for it, right?
Yeah. Oh, Strike, good morning. Edgar, good morning to you as well. All right, so that's that. Japanese Drift Masters. Never talk about this one. I have to update. I need to do this before my next pit stop. I need to update my browser to have a more current variety of because game titles changed.
Yeah.
So I need to update. But Japanese Drift Master comes out February 6th for the PS5. So
okay.
Some drifty guys are like that.
I have it in my library. I still haven't tried it yet.
That's what I thought about doing an episode or a show on my Steam games and go through and maybe sort by hours and first see how many games I bought, which usually happens during one of their Steam sales, and I buy a bunch of games and I never even install them or play them.
Right.
So
because I think I bought Ace Combat 7 off the sale, when they first, and I still haven't even done nothing with it.
Oh my. SCS Software, the guys behind the team, I shouldn't say guy, the team behind American Truck and Euro Truck Simulator. We saw their massive headquarters they had built, right? I don't know how they did this, but we have these shots here.
Oh.
And these shots are inside their building. Okay. Cool. That's cool. We see that kind of stuff all the time. Oh, look at their motion sim, by the way. Look at that. But here's the really cool part. This is on Google Maps.
What?
Yeah, if you go to Google Maps, you can actually get all of this interior shots of their building.
Oh wow, okay.
And it is which is really cool.
Nice.
I thought that was look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's their kitchen, little employee kitchen. I want to go work for these guys.
Right?
Can we join forces with them somehow?
Look at that view, man.
Yeah.
They got a nice view and everything. I'd be out there just chilling, drinking a coffee in the morning.
All right, here. This is. Hey, that looks like me. No. Whoop, I wanted it. There we go. There it is. Ooh, T-Mobile.
Oh, wow.
Where is it? I don't think this is it. I don't see their building. I don't know. Anyway, all right, it's on Google Maps. That's cool. Do you guys, anybody remember or know the name SimRep Engineering?
Yeah.
They kind of like small company making
Yep.
high-end stuff. They just kind of went off the map, off the radar, kind of disappeared.
Yep.
They are being relaunched, but under the
Ooh.
SimLab name. So
Nice.
they're known for their multi-LED display, and so soon we'll see that coming out from SimLab soon. Let's see here. Oh, last thing I got to talk about.
What?
The Simpit Rally League, everyone. Thursday rally. Shaun Recce Cole is coming back Thursdays, starting January 23rd, which isn't a Thursday. That's probably a Monday or a Sunday. And on Thursday, I'll be doing my rally runs. And yeah, if you want to join the Simpit Rally League, it's going to be fun. I'll be covering not only my stages, but we'll also be covering the results on our pit stop. And yeah, running EA Sports WRC. I know it's a dated sim. We're waiting. As soon as the Assetto Corsa Rally like gets more content, more stuff, we'll be switching. But we still can't do a 10 rally season out of that sim. So hopefully by the end of the season, maybe they'll have enough and we can. But right now, I'm super duper looking forward to this rally racing. I now have that CS Pro rim. I got my Hussigveld handbrake. It's gonna be a different season for me, for sure.
Oh
so, yeah. No, I'm gonna stay Recce. There'll be no Reese. It's Recce only. So if you want to join that, it is done via RaceNet, EA RaceNet. The Simpit Rally League, also, we have a thread in our Discord channel. If you type in !Discord, it'll get you a link, or it should be in the description of the show. Get into our Discord. We have a section for our Rally League. We have a section for our Endurance League. We're already underway for this one, but if you want to join up for the next one, that would be a good place to find info and introduce yourself to the team. We have a thread for the upcoming road racing series, which will be coming up in the spring. And yeah, all sorts of racing coming now that we're in 2026, and it's just getting wet here, so I don't really have that spring vibe, but I know time flies, as we said at the beginning, so it'll be here tomorrow.
Right.
Anyway, that's all I got on my mind for this second week of January 2026. How about you, Ameer?
Dude, yeah, a lot of stuff. I've got I just got it in the mail the other day, the Pimax Ultra Wide module for we're just giving you like a wider field of view for VR. I've got I've got the Vero Motion not Vero. Yeah, well, yeah, let's just say, yeah. I've got my SimLab rig that'll be streamed live for the build, and then I'll be doing a review on that. I've got the VPG wheel, the Porsche rim, there'll be a review for that. But I'm just trying, like, I probably need like one more week of in-house cleaning so I can finish a couple of things in-house. That way I can fully like jump into doing reviews and content again. And then yeah, we got to get ready for Daytona in a couple of weeks, and then in February we're going to be doing the Make-A-Wish charity race, endurance race. So like literally after Daytona's done, we've got to start getting ready for the Make-A-Wish Drive for Wishes charity race. So we'll have a lot more info out there. Hopefully we can raise a decent amount of money for Make-A-Wish. Yeah, I'll be posting more info on that in Discord, within the next couple of weeks, and we'll be live streaming that race too. Yeah, so dude, lots and lots of stuff that's gonna start happening in 2026, man.
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
I got
and then
this.
announcement for sponsors and all that. Yeah.
I got this. I can't
What's
tell
that?
you what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I got it. I had it. You got it.
What is
as
it?
much as you could see right now.
I didn't even see anything.
I know. I showed you.
When?
I just held it up right there on the screen.
Well, I gotta wait for this. I gotta wait for the stream to catch up.
And then Star Fox. Okay. So yeah, Star Fox, the PXN. So I have the KS Pro wheel rim. I'll get out by Sunday. I'm gonna go right from that into the PXN because I need to get that done. It is like 3/4 the way finished editing even. So we just need to do the last part. That's done. I've got that new mystery product there. I got the Sim Ryuto pedals just came in. Ruito. I think that's right. Ruito. We've got that going on. I've got the mystery boxes going on. I've got a giant box that is something that you sit in. That's all I can say. I can't tell you any more than that. I love that I have all this mystery stuff that I can't even talk about. It's fun. I gotta tell you, it is fun. It's part of the great joys of my job is having things that I'm not allowed to show or talk about. I can only tease, so that's all I got to do is tease. But no, we do have the good things coming. We got the KS Pro, we got the PXN, we got the unveiling of what's in these boxes, which, there are so many clues out there. If you haven't figured it out already, I'd be shocked. But that is going to do it for this one. We both need to get back to work. Get out there, do some sim racing, have a great weekend. Join the endurance team for some practice over the weekend. We'll be posting that. Sam will be hosting and posting in our Discord. And I'll be down for doing all of that. Got to get up to speed. And that's going to do it for this one. So, like I said, get out there, do some sim racing, have a good weekend. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole. That's Ameer Assad. And we will see you on the track. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yep. Later, guys.